Hey Gemini, this is Moonpie doing your love reading for November 2019. This reading will be for Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Please remember this is a general reading. And if you would like to get a personal reading from me, you can do so. There is a link in the description box below for how you can contact me. And I am running a special where you can get a 3-month love forecast going forward for $45. Okay. So let me give a little bit more of a shuffle here and get started on your reading. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What are the energies for Gemini? Okay. 8 of Pentacles crossed with the Lovers. 4 of Cups in the and driving the reading, the Ace of Cups in the past. Wow, the Knight of Cups. And then the 3 of Swords. 4 of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. 3 of Wands. Strength. And the Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. Let me just move this a little so you can see it better. Okay, and I just want to pull a couple of cards from the Romance Angels just to see what your love message is. Okay, retreat. Time to disconnect from the world with someone. And trust. Situation is calling for you to have faith. Okay, oh my goodness. There's a gigantic cricket walking across the table. Oh my goodness, I have to swoosh it away. Gross, yuck. Weird. October. I'm recording this in October. All right, so past position, Ace of Cups. So, a very beautiful, divine blessing happened to you in your life in the past, okay? Could have been a wedding, or a marriage, or birth of a child. A spiritual awakening for some of you. A gift of love, something that made your heart, or should I say your cup runneth over. Okay, something in the past at some point. And I'm sure that if you think about this, you know a very significant thing that was divinely guided. It wasn't just something, it just came down from the heavens. And it had a profound effect on your emotional life. And I just feel the need to clarify this. Interesting. 9 of Wands. But you were unsure. There was just this energy of like, wow, trusting it. Trusting if this was meant to be or if this was right. I hear someone saying, was this really a gift for me or like, hard to believe. It was like it was a miracle, some sort of a miracle that happened in your past. But there was doubt involved in this, like you were handed this gift or this miracle came to you, and maybe there was doubt of whether, wow, do I really deserve this? Or like it was just so profound and questioning. And you might still be in that energy today, maybe having a hard time accepting that, yes, you are worthy of this, or you were worthy of this, and you did deserve this, and this was a gift, this was grace that was brought to you, right? And that's why I feel this card came out. You need to have faith and to trust that what came to you in your past was divinely guided. This wasn't just something that came at you from anything you're familiar with. I mean, This was like a miracle type of an energy with the Ace of Cups. And, the present energy is there's partnership here with someone, working hard to reconcile a situation, putting effort into a relationship, a marriage. There's difficulty in doing so at this time. Okay, in November. Maybe somebody is not putting effort into the marriage or the relationship or the partnership, but instead is just very focused on work, deeds, everyday duties, being distracted by that. So it could really go either way. It depends on your story. You could have someone in your life who is very focused or trying to make a relationship work with you, or maybe just working so hard and not even paying attention or putting effort into this connection. Or, I feel that there is, though, someone here who is really trying to make something work. It's difficult though. Why is this been a difficulty? And I feel like it's because there's a lack of faith. Somebody is not appreciating what they have at this time, right? And it's not because they don't think it's a good thing. It's just that somebody feels like they're not worthy of this. They're having trouble seeing their blessing. Yeah, the Four of Wands. So, but I feel, this represents family, marriage, a homecoming, celebrating. I feel mostly that there is somebody here who is going to, despite feeling as if they don't deserve this, they're going to keep working at it. They're going to keep trying. They're going to keep putting effort in, even though it feels like a challenge at times, because they do see that there's a benefit to this connection, but it does feel challenging. And of course, I think that's normal. There's ups and downs. Now, the energy driving the reading is a lack of interest, or there's indifference to some degree. Look, and that's how I feel here, as if, this blessing came. And whoever you are connected with is blocking their blessings, but they're trying to get into this place of faith. They're trying to believe that they're worth this. You might be dealing with someone who has very low spiritual faith, or very low belief system. This could be somebody who's very logical and doesn't dabble in the spirit realm, or doesn't see the miracles. This could be somebody who doesn't believe or has a lack of faith. And so I do feel that that is what the challenge is. Because, it could be you, Gemini, as well, struggling. You could be struggling with your faith. Somebody is saying, looking gift horse in the mouth. I'm hearing that. I feel that this Knight of Cups, crowning the reading, there is so much potential here with you and another person, but the connection between you is a lack of faith. Perhaps not just in the relationship, because I do feel that there is a great potential in this connection, but there's, how we say relationships encompass the spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. The faith part is missing in this connection, the spiritual. And perhaps it is there to some degree, but it's at the lowest level. If we had like an equalizer bar, we would see, or a graph, we would see that the physical connection, mm, kind of there. There's not much in the way of one's energy here. It's there, but at it's not at 100. The emotional, very low as well. And the mental part, I'm seeing that needs to be worked on, but the spiritual faith part is being denied. Now, either that's you, Gemini, who is denying the spiritual aspect of this connection, or is unwilling to open up to the powers that be and believe and have a system of faith, or it's a person that you're dealing with. Either way, but I do see that there is somebody here who wants to either get married or make a proposal or keep the love going. Definitely. I'm not seeing somebody who wants to give up here. I just feel like there's a calling for two people to go on some kind of spiritual retreat together. Somebody needs to open up to this. That's why I feel like faith is really, it's kind of lacking in this connection with someone, or just in your life in general. Maybe all things are just as they are, but the faith part really needs to be strengthened. I feel like I have to sneeze. Now, going forward, we have the Three of Swords. And I will say the only signs that are showing up here for me at this time are, of course, Gemini, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and Leo, for those of you that need to know. But that doesn't negate your person. So if that's not their sign, they could be dominant in their chart under one element, and it's not necessarily, it doesn't mean it's not them, okay? So I don't want you to focus too much on the signs. But going forward, there's some type of communication breakdown that happens with the Three of Swords. There's possibly an argument that cuts the heart. Now, why? What is this about? It's about these tangible gifts that were given. Somebody in this connection is just really low in their faith. That's it. Just how I feel. There's somebody here who is receiving gift after gift, miracle after miracle. They keep coming. They keep coming. They keep coming, and this person keeps denying it because they don't believe. Either they don't believe they're worthy, or they just don't believe in spirit. Maybe they have more of a logical sense about them, or somebody whether it's you or another person, there's just this energy of like, if I can't touch it, then it must not be real. That kind of thing. This person may not even believe in ghosts. Somebody may not, whoever, or it's you, may not really even believe in that. Just has a scientific answer for why a ghost would, or apparitions, or miracles happen. Like the miracle of birth. This person will say, well, it's actually all science, because, and then they would give the biological reasoning and that kind of thing. And I feel like it's taking a toll on this connection. I do. There may be an argument coming forth regarding a financial situation. And this also, to me, for some of you who are religious, could have something to do with communion or an offering that somebody doesn't want to partake in, or there's an argument about that. Somebody's trying to be right, and it takes a toll on this connection. Okay. Position of you, Gemini, I see you here kind of like not really budging where you are in your advice as well. And you're being asked to stand strong to your beliefs. But there is an element here that, when the mind is closed, nothing can get in. And I feel like the advice here is to try to open up a little bit to something, or try to, because I feel there's an energy of being very possessive of beliefs, not wanting to let go, or you are seeing the person that you're connected to as having this energy, not wanting to let go, holding strong to their belief system, deflecting, blocking anything else coming in. But I do see here communication happening. I do see obstacles being broken through, walls being broken down. There's a potential. I feel like somebody wants to talk and really have good, clear communication and be victorious, have an outcome, have a solution. Okay, Gemini, this could be the person that you're dealing with, the Empress. Could be a Libra or Taurus, but this is a female. This is a mother figure. She represents the divine feminine, the goddess. I don't want to do a he said, she said, and I just feel like the energy swirling between you and another person is that there's a lack of spiritual faith in the connection, is what I hear. And I feel like communication, somebody wants to communicate about this, and I feel that it's this Empress wants to communicate about this energy, building the faith. As I was saying, going on a retreat, maybe a spiritual retreat, going somewhere together where you can experience the beauty and the miracles of life and the miracles of the world, and really getting away from the logical, scientific aspects of things, and not to devalue those things, but to really get into nature and experience time away from the internet, the phones, families, really just to retreat, the two of you. Okay, and I just see the element of waiting to hear back about that. There's probably a question or somebody asking, hey, can we go away? And hoping that there will be plans made and communicating about this and opening up about this, putting things out into the universe and looking to see what comes back, putting good things out, of course. The Three of Wands gives me this element of fire, being passionate, but also being steady. When we have the Three of Swords, the threes and the Three of Wands, the threes represent communication. And I feel like somebody is waiting for an answer. Knight of Pentacles, for an answer about an offering of some sort. Now the outcome represents, it feels positive. Oh my gosh, I had this rush of positivity come over me. There could be somebody in this connection, a mother figure, who helps to soothe the situation all around. For others, there is an energy of I'm feeling strongly there's a mother figure who helps to soothe the beast, right? Because there's a lot of chatter. I'm hearing a lot of communication, a lot of talking, a lot of debate, a lot of arguing back and forth. And I'm feeling this mother. I'm seeing her. She's like a mother figure who comes in and soothes the restlessness within a person, within someone, whether it's you or another person, and explains in very practical terms why this spiritual connection needs to be fortified. is what I'm hearing. Because there are some holes here that need to be filled in this connection in order for it to be fully nourished. You know, it's the ultimate in having all four of those elements be fully nourished, the spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical. Yeah, there are some things missing in this connection that are almost bringing it to an unrequited love where there's not enough. And there's this element of needing to nurture. So I'm hearing assistance. There is assistance coming from someone, a mother figure, a female of some sort, to help with this connection. I'm hearing soothing the beast. There is somebody here who is very conflicted, who is having trouble trusting, who is having trouble with their faith, or just believing in general. Might have a little bit of an ego thing going on at times and believes that they are the creator of all things, it's just having faith in something greater than yourself that this person struggles with at times, because they tend to look too much at the details and not the overall picture. And whoever this person is, I mean, this reading could be about you, Gemini, something that you need to take a look at, or the other person. But I feel that there's this source of energy between the two of you that has its own life. And, what gets nourished in this source, it's lacking. There's a life source between you and another person that needs to be nourished and needs to be replenished. And the pendulum between the two of you is swinging too far to one side, or not. It's not in balance. There's a lack of balance here. And I feel that there's assistance that's needed. I will say that there is love here, and there definitely is a physical passion still between you and another person. And there is spirituality, and there is a good conversation, like a mental understanding. But I feel most strongly here is that the spiritual essence of the connection is what's really depleted the most, is at the lowest vibration. And I also feel like this is the reason for some of you why marriage has not happened, because somebody does not believe in marriage. And it has to do with their lack of spiritual belief. I feel for this person, it's like, well, why do we have to do that? I hear this person say, well, it's just a piece of paper. And you know what? Legally it is, yes, but there's more to it than that. And because the lovers does represent a spiritual union, divinely guided, blessed. Archangel Raphael is the messenger angel. And he helps these two to communicate and expose themselves and be open to one another, to reconcile their differences, to come together as one, to see that they are in union as one. And I feel like that's lacking in this connection. I feel like we're put together like a puzzle piece, but only because that's what a puzzle piece is meant to do. But there's the glue between the two of you, I feel, is needs to be nourished, enriched. And that glue is that spiritual glue. Somebody may need to go to There may be an energy of working on being more involved in a spiritual community or connecting more with a spiritual community. Because I do feel like this person, or the energy between the two of you, there is love and marriage and all of that. But the glue that holds it together, I feel like it's either just not enough and it's going to fall apart over the long haul. You need those. Look, this is the 1111, and which represents the spirituality, the angels. And we need those four pillars to hold this connection together: mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical. And this is what the challenge is, to have all of this rise up together at the same time and to come into union with one another and family as well, to all be glued together. So it doesn't look to me like, oh, it's just falling apart. It's a snapshot, and it's a message of something that needs to be heard at this time. I'm not seeing a falling apart. I'm not, this is just more of a very deeply spiritual message for Gemini and Gemini's people, or, the connection between you and another person. I'm not looking. This is very high vibrational. I'm not seeing the everyday. Oh, you're going to meet someone new, and you're going. Sometimes my readings are like that, but I'm not feeling that here. I'm not feeling that here. I'm feeling that the universe or God or whomever is crowning down, that there needs to be an offering here, or wants to be an offering here, offering something up in order to stay in a state of grace and in order to stay in a feeling of gratitude, because there is somebody here that is, this person, whomever you were dealing with, or you, has been through some very tough times, very hard times, and possibly has built a wall up around, there's a wall up around somebody. And when the miracle comes in, it's hard to believe that either somebody feels that either they don't deserve it, or it's just hard to get a grasp on this really being a miracle. So it's very interesting. I think I'm going to leave your reading here. Of course, it's just November. So, and it's just, some of you may not understand this, but I like to think that a lot of my viewers do, because a lot of you are very high vibrational and very spiritual. And, it's just way deep. And I'm going to leave it there because it's just like I got to refresh. So, all right, Gemini, I hope that this helped you in some way or gave you some insight. And I will see you guys in December.